Wow, my skin has just never looked so dry. I don't get it. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So we're not gonna talk about the fact that my hair looks a mess because I'm about to do it afterwards, so just please don't mind me. I'm trying to let it air dry because I try to be kind to my hair and always let it air dry. But I wanted to get this video going. I wanted to get this wear test going. So if you're new here, my name is Delana and it is Wear Test Tuesday, which means that we're going to be trying out a new product and testing the wear time on it. Wear tests are my favorite to do, so I hope that you guys enjoy them as much as I do. Also, I'm not usually wearing my glasses in my videos, but today I am a little bit scared to put my contacts in because I scratched my cornea. And it feels perfectly fine today for the most part. I'm still a little bit sensitive to light, but yeah, I'm just a little bit nervous. I'm gonna wait as long as possible to put my contacts in, so that's where we are now. Today we're going to be testing out the wear time on the MARC JACOBS Shameless Foundation. So this is kind of like in the tinted moisturizer category. It's definitely gonna be like that sheer to medium coverage. You're not gonna get a full coverage out of this guy. And I am a little bit nervous to try this because I have heard a lot of mixed reviews on this. A lot of people didn't have the best experience with it, so I hope that mine is not that way. I hope that I have a great experience with this. So I wanted to test out more of like a tinted moisturizer product today because I'm not going to be putting a lot of makeup on since, again, I scratched my cornea and I'm just a little bit nervous to put any makeup on. Don't want to irritate it. So yeah, I wanted to do something that was more of like that sheer coverage. So on the Sephora app, it says that the coverage is medium. It's for all skin types except for dry, which is interesting. So this could be like a tinted moisturizer for oily skin, which there's not a lot of those. So that would be kind of cool. It says that the finish is natural and it has an SPF of 25. Under the what it is section, it says an innovative medium coverage foundation with 24-hour long wear and first to market flashback free SPF 25 for a youthful look. And then there is a long description about what it does and what else you need to know, just like more about MARC JACOBS and stuff like that. So basically the story behind this foundation is that MARC JACOBS actually has a tattoo right above his heart, I believe, that says shameless, and he wanted to create a foundation inspired by feeling shameless, so like feeling comfortable in your own skin, not being afraid to be who you are and show your true skin, basically. So that's why he called it the Shameless Foundation and why it's not like a full coverage. It's like that bare kind of skin-like look to help you feel comfortable in your own skin. So I think it's kind of a cool story behind the product, but as cool as the stories can be, it doesn't really matter if the wear time and the application and everything, if the product doesn't work. So we're gonna see how it works. I have the shade Fair Y130, and I do know that the reason that this doesn't have flashback, which we will test by the way, is because the SPF inside of it is actually encapsulated, so somehow, science, I don't know, that keeps it from flashing back in any way. So it retails for $46 and you get a little over an ounce, 1.08 ounces of product. So that's a little bit over what is standard because standard is 1 ounce. Alright, so I'm going to do the Veil Primer from Hourglass just on one side of my face. I really didn't want to do anything that was super like silicone or dimethicone heavy because I just have a feeling that that won't work well with this product. I could be totally wrong, but just have, you know, an inkling that it would probably be a hot mess. Okay, so I am going to try applying one side. Well, at first I'm going to try applying it with a brush. However, I have heard that applying it with a sponge people have had better success with. So I'm going to try it with a brush first because that's how they recommend you to apply it, but I might end up using it with a sponge, so let's see. So I haven't used this guy in a while. This is the BH Cosmetics 123 brush. It came in a little kit that I got. Let's just freaking try this. From the first time that I applied it, I don't mind it with this brush. I think I used the Sephora Pro Core Diffuser last time I applied it with a brush, and I didn't like it at all, but this brush is way better, like so much better. Like I really don't mind it, but I am gonna try applying it with a sponge and see if I love it. So I need to go wet my sponge. All right, so now I'm gonna try it with the sponge. I just have a little beauty blender here. That was a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna try applying a little bit more because obviously the beauty blender is eating up all the coverage, which is to be expected with something that's already a sheer coverage. I don't like it with a sponge. I'm liking the brush side better. Maybe it's like the primer, since the primer's on the side, maybe it's not mixing with the primer well. I almost didn't use a primer today. Let me see. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling the same way that I've heard other people talk about this foundation. However, I did not like applying it with a sponge whatsoever. Wow, it's just, I feel like it's making my skin look so dry. And my skin, like, is not dry at all right now. I just don't get it. Really not working for me. Well, I believe that's the most coverage we're gonna get out of it. Let me blend it down my neck a little bit because I always blend it down my neck. So I'm going to add some concealer. And obviously we're keeping it pretty natural today. I don't think my skin's ever looked this bad under a foundation, honestly. I'm seriously sitting here, I'm like, did I do something wrong? I applied it with a brush, or I tried it with a sponge. Obviously does not work well on a primer whatsoever, which I had a feeling that that might happen. That's fine. Some foundations just don't work with primers. Because it definitely looks better on this side, like a world of a difference in like smoothness. But like around my nose area, it literally is making me look like I have like dry, flaky skin, and I don't. Like my skin isn't perfect, but it definitely doesn't look like that. My skin has never looked like this underneath a foundation. I'm just super confused right now. Like I was watching all the other videos and I was like, okay, I see what they're saying, but I feel like I could make it work, you know? But I don't get it. I don't understand. My skin was well hydrated beforehand. I even did an exfoliating treatment. I tried it with a sponge. I tried it without a primer. I tried it with a brush. Like, what could I be doing differently, you know? And I even tried it with a different brush, the Pro Core Diffuser. Like, it makes me look super, super dry, like right in here. I'm like, what is going on? I'm not dry right now. Like, I don't know. I do not know at all. However, today I am going to try it with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I'm going to try this out for the first time today. This will not be my official wear test or review on this product, but I just wanted to try it because I want to start developing my opinion on it. So I will have a wear test and a review up for you guys with this guy individually, but just letting you know I'm trying it for the first time today. And I'm not going to do a lot of concealer because I want to keep it pretty neutral, natural. Ooh, I really like the consistency of this concealer so far. Maybe this concealer will save the day. Wow, my skin has just never looked so dry. I don't get it. Well, the Too Faced concealer made it a little bit better, and I was able to like spot conceal all the things that the foundation didn't cover. Not that just because it didn't cover things, like that's not one of the bad things about it, because it did claim to be like a medium coverage, and so I'm not mad that it's not covering things. I'm just like really confused by the texture of it. It's just, I've never seen my skin look so dry. Honestly, like it looks so dry. Just like 30 minutes ago, I had just applied the Drunk Elephant, the Lala Whipped Retro, and now it looks like this. Like, I just don't get it. Anyways, I'm not loving the texture of this. I'm going to show you guys a close-up probably within my next check-in so that you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about in different lighting. But I am going to meet a friend for coffee here soon, so I need to get going. So I will see you guys in my next check-in. Alright guys, it's really freaking bright outside. I can't see anything. Yeah, just not enjoying this foundation. I mean, here you guys can probably really see what I'm talking about. Like every time I touch it, it moves. You can see how like patchy it looks, and like especially around my nose. I mean, look at that. I have never had a foundation settle and look that dry around my nose area and my chin, and just everything looks so patchy and like textured, and it's making my skin look like really dry, and it feels like it's not really setting, and every time I touch it, it moves, and it's just like what is happening here? Like I just really don't understand it. So that's where we are right now. Not too hot. Honestly, already can't wait to take this off. Like I'm just kind of over it already. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next check-in. Hello, welcome to a super up close shot of my face, but I just wanted to let you guys see for yourself like everything that I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, this foundation, I am like almost shocked at how much I don't like it. I was like, okay, maybe it'll get better throughout the day, you know, maybe it'll kind of melt into my skin a little bit more, but it has done absolutely nothing but separate and cake up and made my concealer separate and sunk into all my fine lines. Like earlier it was really in my smile lines. Now I've pretty much rubbed it all off. I mean, it has sunk into all the crevices and grabbed to every little dry patch and every little piece of skin. It looks so bad on my forehead. Like it's so patchy. You can literally see where it's like smeared. It doesn't feel like it has any kind of longevity to it whatsoever. I'm so freaking confused by this product. Like, and we're at 6 hours, not even 8 hours, and this is just like gone. At first I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe this is just a foundation that doesn't layer very well. But then I was like, well, on the first layer of the foundation, it still was looking not perfect. Like it didn't look as bad, but it was definitely not perfect by any means. It still had like texture and stuff to it. And then I was thinking, I was like, okay, well maybe it's just not like a long wearing foundation. Some foundations just aren't long wearing, but they're still really nice. You just need to be okay with touching up. But this guy, like first off, it doesn't layer very nicely or at all. It really doesn't layer at all. And then it also says that you're supposed to reapply every 2 hours, and that's for the SPF in it. First of all, who has the time to reapply every 2 hours? I mean, that's not really super realistic, and I think that's really only if you're out in the sun. But if you have to touch up every 2 hours, first of all, it doesn't layer well, and secondly, it's kind of like, it should have some kind of longevity to it, and it's like for $46, I don't want to feel like I have to reapply my foundation every 2 hours, and I should have some kind of nice texture on my skin, but it just looks so bad. Like my skin, and I keep saying this over and over and over again, but my skin has never looked this dry. The only place it looks good is like right here on my cheek. That's pretty much it. But like even like around here on my forehead, like I am kind of shocked at how much I don't like this. And I'm gonna share my thoughts about the Born This Way concealer in a different video. I'm still developing my opinions on it, so I'll be sure to get back to you guys on that. But as for this foundation, I will say hands down, I do not think it's worth the $46, and I do not recommend this product. I think this has been the first product that I have done a wear test on that I'm just absolutely like, absolutely not, don't waste your money. But that's exactly how I feel about this product. Like no. With all that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helps you in all of your shopping endeavors. I am just a little bit astounded at how much I didn't like this product. Let me know if you guys have tried it down in the comments below and what your thoughts are on it. If you had the same experience as me, or if you have a totally different opinion than me, that's totally fine. Let me hear about it. Maybe there's a way that I can try it that I will like it better. Make sure that you guys check out some of my other videos here, and make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave so that I can create more content like this for you guys, and I will see you all in Friday's video. Thanks for watching. Bye! Button before you leave, and I will be sure to get back to you. That's what I was gonna say. Button before you leave so that I can create more content like this guy. Oh my God.